Okay. Oh, look, it's done to like that. It's like cute.
What's going on, everyone? How are you doing today? All right, we have got our Kelly Preston stream today. So decided to start up a new series. This is episode 1 we're going to be doing. We're just going to be discussing actors and actresses that have passed away that are no longer with us, but really remembering their work and that they had some great work that means a lot to each and every one of us. So we're going to kind of go ahead and dive into it and just kind of get started. So what's going on, everyone? How are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm doing good.
Awesome. I think Fish and Gus are muted.
I'm good.
Hello.
I am muted. Sorry. Hello.
All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Good?
Good.
Had a good Blu-ray Tuesday?
Yeah.
It was a snow
Too
day.
good.
Snow day for me.
Snow day.
Yeah, you guys got some bad snow out there, right?
Oh yeah. What did we get? Probably 7 or 8 inches.
That's a pretty good
So
amount.
that's actually not bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, so first off, I wanted to get started by going through the entire panel here and just allowing them to share a individual story about like why they enjoy Kelly Preston, what she means to them, and things like that. So, Gus, if you want to go ahead and get us started.
Sure. Do I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I like Kelly Preston. I'm not a big fan of hers, and for her 80s stuff. I actually became a fan of hers during I think it was early 2000s when she made a Disney movie that I'm going to talk about if anybody else is going to bring it up. But from then on, I started watching her movies, and I still need to hit most of her 80s stuff. But yeah, she's beautiful. I love her.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Mika?
Oh yes. So I became a fan of Kelly Preston probably in the 90s. One of the movies I have is when I was first introduced to her. But I've always loved her, and especially the work she's done. I don't know if people are familiar with a show that it premiered a long time ago. It was called The Conversation, about women, and she had a great conversation about her life and kind of all her personal interactions and what kind of got her into film, and that it made me fall in love with her even more. But she's always had this girl next door personality, and in person she's also had that wholesome appeal as well. So I've just always been a fan of hers.
Yeah, absolutely. Fish, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was introduced to Kelly Preston in the 80s. A couple of the movies I'm actually going to talk about here later on. Same with Mika. I just love her. She always had this sweetness about her, just very innocent. But when you watch the movie, she always had this, sometimes played this character that had some sass and to her. Yeah. So she had some attitude. I'm going to talk about one of those in another movie I'm going to bring up later on. But I don't know, just something about her just always drew me to her, just the sweetness, the angelicness of her face, and everything just about her just drew me in. So, yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead, Cody.
All right. So, I've been watching her all my life, and a couple of those movies are on my list. And so I grew up raised by my grandma, so I never knew my father. So I would watch John Travolta in Look Who's Talking, and I was like, oh, I would love to have him as a dad. So like him and John Ritter have always been like father figures to me since I was a little kid. So anyways, loving John Travolta, that I ended up, later on finding out he's really married to Kelly Preston and she's in these movies that I've loved. But I didn't actually fall in love with her until she was in the Maroon 5 video, She Will Be Loved,
Ooh,
back in
yes.
2002. I think it was, 2002. That's when I was like, wow, she is I seriously, I fell in love with the girl on TV with that.
That's like their best song too, to me.
Mm-hmm.
Cody sent me that music video a couple weeks back, and I didn't know until it was Maroon 5, and then I was like, oh yeah, I've heard this one.
Yeah. Cody, right. That's one of the reasons why I love that video. Yeah, that's awesome.
Tiana? Hey.
I'd have to say that basically I started liking her when Echo.
No, you sound good,
Does that
Tiana.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. It's not echoing? Okay.
No, you
okay.
good.
I thought it was echoing. I could hear myself.
So go ahead and share your story about why, like.
I'd have to say, like, when I first started watching, John Travolta and stuff, because she was married to him, and that's how basically I fell in love with her.
Gotcha. All right. For me, it was my dad. Like, I grew up in the 90s, so my dad introduced me to her, and I don't want to say the titles, but the movies, because they'll come up later. I'd spoil my picks. But yeah, like some of these movies that my dad introduced me to as a kid, it would just hit home with me. So yeah, I absolutely adore Kelly Preston. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. I did bring some trivia tonight. Not a ton of stuff, just like one question per round. And so we'll have some fun with that. But I'm going to let go. I'm going to catch up on the chat, actually, because I don't want to fall behind on that. So we got Adrian James in the house, as always. Appreciate
Adrian.
We got Tiana saying, hey, everyone. Tim Talkies, Bob in the crew.
Missy.
Hey, BBB and Finn. Mizzy says, hey, Gus is in there. Mizzy. We got Cody in the chat. Magic Hands, which is Mike. We got Sean in the house. Yes, what's in the name? What's up? Rest in peace, Kelly Preston. Always so gorgeous. Absolutely. Sean says, hello, everyone. Appreciate you being here. We got Adam in the house checking in. Hello, everyone. Let's see here. We got Mizzy saying hi, Sean. We got Codebreaker, Chris. He's the buddy I did that triple feature with. And he's ready. He's ready for more. And I'm like,
I was about to say that was his idea, right? And he'd seen all those before, yes?
Yeah, and this is probably his. Do you see the smile emoji? That was him watching these triple features. I mean,
no.
He's like, you gotta need. So when I posted that video, everybody in the comment section, he screenshotted it, texted me the next morning. He's like, these are what we're watching next. I was like, I don't know if I could handle that. I might need a comedy in there.
That was intense.
Martyrs messed me up more than anything because that was real and it was difficult to watch. So we got Mizzy here. Everybody saying hi to everybody. We got Bin Buster in the house. Appreciate you being here.
Ben.
I did not expect to hear Maroon 5 come up in this. Had no idea she was in the music video. Yep.
You got to check that music video out. She's amazing in it. Yeah.
It reminded me kind of Cody. You remember that movie Revenge with Kevin Costner and Madeline?
That's so funny. Yeah, that does.
Vibe. Yep.
Yeah. We got Mel saying, hey, Tim's here. Mel just kind of saying hi to everybody. We got Ken in the house, Scolder, Mizzy, Gus. I'm just going to run through it here. And yeah, I don't think I missed anybody. Mostly, yep, caught up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Gus, I'm going to put you full screen here. Go ahead and take it away. I actually got to go run and get my list because I forgot my movies. So go ahead, Gus.
Okay, so the first one that I have is a Disney movie that has John Travolta and Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
All Dogs.
That almost made my list.
So the reason I have this one, well, I'm not really a big fan of slapstick, but anything that has John Travolta and Robbie Williams and Kelly Preston, I feel like it's amazing. And then I just love her. Look how cute she is. I just love her. So That's the reason why this one made my list.
That's funny. My buddy Adam in here was like, "Are we gonna see Old Dogs tonight?" I don't know. Not from me.
I love Old Dogs.
I don't think I've seen it. So
That's
Yeah, I've not
hilarious.
seen that one either.
yeah, I gotta check that out. Mika, what you got for your number 5?
Okay, so a lot of these I'm not going to have the physical for, just a few. But I actually went with her newest film, her last film. Did anyone see that, Off the Rails? It came out in 2021. It was her last film she did before she passed away.
No.
Oh yes, so I did that one. I wanted to focus on it. It kind of seems like it would be more my vibe. So it follows her. She plays Cassie. It follows 3 friends who do they try to recreate their Europe trip they did in high school in celebration of a friend who's passed away, and they take her daughter on the road trip across Europe. So it was really, really a great film. I really enjoyed it. It kind of really centered on Kelly Preston and the other core group, which I liked, because a lot of her films, sometimes we know she's in it for, bits and pieces. But this one, she was pretty much full center, which I really, really enjoyed. Also a great thing, I did some backstory on the film in terms of, a lot of the people on the set didn't even know she was battling cancer. That's throughout the film. And that was really evident in terms of conversations, because they said she was like an aura of sunshine, like we've said, and just was a pure professional. So it was a great film. I would recommend watching it. I enjoyed it. So Off the Rails, I'm going to go in with my number 5.
Well, Mika's gonna win this question. This was one of the trivia questions, but Mika just answered it.
Mhm.
What was Kelly Preston's final movie? There you go, Off the Rails. So
Yeah, and you can watch it. It was available on Prime, and I think Plex had it too, so you can watch it for free.
yeah, I think it's on quite a few streaming services. I gotta
Mhm.
check it out. I saw that one that she was in that. So, Fish, you there?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I have to grab something real quick.
All right.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I could go to Cody if you want.
No. I got it. It's
He's
in
like,
hand.
"No, don't
Sorry, I
skip
was like,
it,
where
man."
did I put that? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Well, I am going to use my tablet for this. See if I can get a better picture of this. But okay. Anyways, I watched this last night. I don't know if you can see it. It's Mischief.
Mischief. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, so I just wanted to show something. I don't have it on physical. I watched a bootleg copy on YouTube. I really enjoyed this one. This one, she had more of a major role in. Like Mika said, she does a lot of supporting stuff. This one, she was more of a co-star in it. I really enjoyed this. I love the time period. The 50s is one of my favorites. The music and everything, the style, the cars, wonderful, wonderful. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember her name. Marilyn?
Yeah, Marilyn.
Marilyn, yes. Sorry, it's still fresh in my mind. I have trouble with names sometimes. But yeah, Marilyn, girl next door, very, very adorable. The object of everyone's affection, almost everyone. One of the main characters was going after the friend, but
Mary Stewart.
yes. So Jean was going after Bunny, and then yeah.
Mhm.
Anyways, I had fun with this movie. It's all about high school, coming of age, growing up, trying to get lucky, basically. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This one was a lot of fun. So yeah, that came in number 5 for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed Mischief. I need to find it. I think
Only
there's a
on
vintage-
DVD.
Yeah, there's a vintage stock somewhere
Mhm.
that has it. So I might have to order that. But yes, that's the only way I'll probably be able to get that.
I know when you posted it on Instagram, I was so excited for you to be watching that one. And Brian Goes Blue is a big fan of that too. And we are all clamoring for Kino Lorber to put it out on Blu-ray because
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. As they're
Yeah.
rolling them out, what they
did
do,
Run and Secret Admirer.
Secret Admirer, Experts is coming out.
They're doing exports or
Experts, yeah.
So I'm all for it. Just keep the last year it was like Charles Bronson for Kino Lorber. This year it could be Kelly Preston. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. So let me go ahead and catch up on the chat. I don't like to fall too far behind. So let's go ahead and catch up here. Okay, so we got I think I'm missing a couple here. Yeah, so Adam says I like me some Old Dogs. I did not expect to see Old Dogs. Haven't seen it since theaters. We got laugh out loud. Tim, it gets better. Okay. Holland says most recent movie I saw of hers was Run, which I think was a rad recommendation from Garrett. I need to see Run as well. I haven't seen that one. Mizzy, that whole Scatman scene is one of the best comedic scenes ever, and I'll stand by that. Holland, Gus. Let's see here. Edward says, I loved Kelly Preston and Jack Frost, Sky High, Old Dogs in the last song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, just looked it up, and Kelly was in the Tales from the Crypt episode directed by Schwarzenegger about a guy switching body parts with an older guy. The episode is awesome. We got Born to Be Rad in the house. I'm a huge Preston fan. I hope someone brings up Run. I have to see. Gus says, wow, Tim, Mischief is nice. Has only DVD. Hey, everyone. Didn't Arnold direct? Yep, that's what he's saying. Yep, Garrett. Hey, Garrett. Can't wait for the experts. Yeah, Kino Lorber. Mischief is great, too. Needs an upgrade. Absolutely. Hey there, Garrett. Everybody saying hi to Garrett. What's wrong, Mel? I am very sick. Laugh out loud. We'll get better. I'm not sure. I don't know what you guys are up to here. Thanks, dude. All right, so I'm like confused on your guys' sense of humor. Cody's probably following on that, but that's all right. Cody, what's your number 5?
All right, so my number 5, I'm actually going to cheat because it's an episode I watched all the time because I love the show, and Tim just brought it up. It was Tales from the Crypt, Season 2, Episode 2, directed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, called The Switch. It's an awesome episode. She plays this gold digger, and her boyfriend is like this really old guy, like in his 80s, 90s, and he buys younger parts to make himself younger, but then he runs out of money, and then so he keeps, he runs out of money, so he can't keep, so basically he runs out of money, so he can't keep his girlfriend. So he's young and everything, but he doesn't have the girlfriend because she doesn't want him anymore because he has no money. And she plays the gold digger, but I've always watched that episode when I was a little kid, and I loved it.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That's great, man.
We got the puke pack here. Born to be pukey. All right. Tiana, what you got for your number 5?
Oh, my number 5 is Christine. I really like this movie. It's really good.
Yeah,
Good one.
Awesome. Sorry, I think there's a slight delay because when I say it, I think there's just a small delay, so I apologize. All right, I'm torn between my number 5 and 4. I'm very torn between. But I'm gonna go with this one for my number 5. She's not a main part, like you said, Mika. She's got a lot of supporting roles, but she has some great roles or great parts in this movie. I'm going Jerry Maguire for my number 5. I just recently rewatched it. I was kind of on a Tom Cruise kick, and I didn't even realize. I didn't remember she was in it, and I love Jerry Maguire. I think it's awesome. I love Tom Cruise in it, and Kelly Preston. She beats the hell out of Tom Cruise in it, so it's pretty funny. But yeah, Kelly Preston's great. So Jerry Maguire is my number 5. All right, first trivia question is going to be, let's see if anybody knows this. Go ahead, just shout it out if you know it. We'll see who gets it. What was Kelly Preston? Where was Kelly Preston born? What state?
Texas?
Wasn't it a southern state?
No, I know.
Gus, you're looking it up.
I know.
No, I'm not looking it up.
Oh, I was like,
No, I read this earlier.
Ah.
I thought Gus.
Starts with an H.
It's,
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm just throw a guess out there. Indiana?
No, Honolulu, Hawaii.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah.
One. All right, let's go ahead and catch up on the chat here. Who's picking I like Horror Garrett, but not enough for Cat in the Head. Christine is amazing. Great pick. Tiana, yep. Yeah, Christine's great, and that's Tim's movie right there. So we got Floyd House Flicks in the house selling Hello Room. Floyd House Flicks. I want to send an innocent man to jail. All right, let's see here. Gus, what's your number 4? What you got for us?
my number 4. I love this movie, and I recommended it to you, Bob. So when I was younger, I wanted to be a flight hostess. So when this movie came out with Kelly Preston and Gwyneth Paltrow and Christina Applegate, this movie is pretty hilarious. And I've seen it so many times, and I can still watch it so many times because it's very enjoyable. So this is my number 4.
Yeah, you recommended that one. It was one of your recommendations to me.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, it was funny. She's only in like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. So if you have to split the movie in thirds, it would be the first part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a fun movie. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Wow, Gus, deep cut.
Well, it hasn't even gotten the Blu-ray. It's stuck on DVD. So
still plenty of time for a job switch, Gus. Yeah, you're young enough, Gus. All right, Mika, what's your number 4?
Okay, so I don't have a physical for this one either, but of course, it had to make a cameo because I'm going with the 1988 film Twins, of course, with Danny DeVito, and it reunites her with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love the film. She plays Marty Mason in the film. Her and her sister date. Danny DeVito, Julius, and Vince are the brothers, the twins. They date. Kelly's character Marnie dates Arnold Schwarzenegger, or has a huge crush on him, and her goal throughout the movie is to kind of grab him. But I love the movie, even though, like I said, they're in bits and pieces here and there, and they kind of join them a little bit when they're off trying to find their mother. But I really loved her in that character. She was only 25 when she did the film, so just starting out a little bit too with some later work. But yeah, Twins.
Twins is a good one. I need to rewatch that. It's been a while. Didn't Shout Select put it out, if I'm correct?
Yes.
Right?
I think it's on sale right now with their little
$12.
sale going on.
Yeah, hint, Mika, if you want to pick it up, $12.
I know. I have it on not on physical though.
Garrett says, yeah, Twins. I should have Garrett and Mel on the stream. I didn't realize they were big Kelly Preston fans.
Yeah, so you gotta have Twins.
80s and 90s. You got haha, true. Maybe once I retire. Love Twins. Good choice. Great pick with Twins, Mika. Are we still maybe getting triplets?
It's still a question mark around that one.
Last I heard, Eddie Murphy dropped out, and
yeah, he did. Yeah,
and Tracy Morgan popped in. So
I don't mind Tracy Morgan. I like.
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah.
All right, Fish. What you got for your number 4?
Number 4, I just picked this up recently and watched it, and I'd never even heard of it. Eulogy. I enjoyed this one. It's got a great cast in it as well. She plays one of the sisters in this family with Hank Azaria, Deborah Winger, and who's the other? Oh, Ray Romano's the other brother. This cast is crazy. This story is off the wall. It has a little twist at the end that I didn't see coming. But it was really fun. She plays a lesbian with her lover, played by Famke Jensen. And this was a lot of fun. She takes a lot of crap from Deborah Winger in this movie for being a lesbian, and it's just funny what transpires throughout the movie. Just a really good, fun, just fun. Really enjoyed this one. I liked it a lot. So I'd never heard of it. So whenever I found it, I grabbed it. I was like, wow, cool. So
I gotta check that one out. Actually, Mizzy's the one who told me how to pronounce Famke Jensen correctly because I was not. So I was like, I'm glad you did that because I would end up mispronouncing your name in a stream, and somebody would get me for it. So
that sounds like a great cast, though, Fish.
Oh, it is. It's a fantastic cast, and there's 2 characters that aren't even featured on the front cover here. Zoe Deschanel's in here as well, but 2 characters. Or 2 actors, Piper Laurie and Jesse Bradford are also in this. So when their names popped up on screen, I was like, oh my God, even better.
Is that correct? 04 to 06, right in that range?
Oh, I think so.
I swear they never
03.
DVDs. Okay.
Yeah.
03.
Yeah.
I can never find the year on my DVDs.
Yeah, 03.
All right. Number 4. What you got, Cody? I feel like we might have the same number 1 at the end of this, Cody.
I don't know. I kind of switched it, but I think I know what you think my number 1 is, but I kind of moved it up on the list.
Okay.
So my number 4 is going to be a movie that I actually saw maybe a year or two ago for the first time, and it's because I had a huge crush, or I still do actually, a huge crush on Leah Thompson, and I saw this was on sale on Kino, so I got it, and it was awesome. It's from 1986. It's called Space Camp.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's basically about like a group of teenagers that go to this space camp, and they're like like they're inside the rocket ship doing stuff, and it accidentally gets launched. So they're up in space trying to navigate their way home and stuff like that. It's a fun movie. It's a fun 80s movie.
I've heard of it because I went through her whole filmography. When I was doing this stream, I wrote down a list and I sent it to Fish of like 14 or 15 of her titles that I had to see. And I got around to like 5 of them. But Tim's got his 90s stream coming up. So I've been binge watching 90s movies like a fiend and just trying to get through as many as possible. So, but yeah, I haven't seen Space Camp. But when you said Tessa Thompson, I got it mixed up with Leah Thompson. I got it mixed up with Tessa.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Leah Thompson is I've ever since I was a little kid, I had a crush on her. I first saw her in like not Leave It to Beaver, Dennis the Menace, and the Beverly Hillbillies, and I was like, wow, who's this girl? So I watched everything she was in.
Yeah, we got Born to Be Red says Space Camp rules. We got Michelle in the house. Hey guys, Space Camp is awesome. Shell, hey Ken and Michelle. Look at all these beautiful people. Oh, nice. I forgot how many great movies she was in. Yeah, Adam was like, is she even in 5 movies? And now
Wow.
it's like, yes. All right, Tiana, what you got for your number 4 for us?
All right. So number 4 is a movie I recently watched, and it's actually recommended by you, which is For Love of the Game.
Yes.
Yes.
So good. Love that one.
I love that one.
It was really good.
I'm a big fan of Kevin Costner, so I'm a little biased, but
It's good. It's
All
good,
right.
Bob.
all right, let's see here. I'm gonna try and pull it up like Fish did here, where my number 4 is going to be this one right here. We got Mischief as well. Yeah, so there you go. I love Mischief. I rewatched it on Christmas Eve with my buddy. I went over to his place. We watched that and Christmas Vacation back to back, and we were just cracking up during Mischief. It was a rewatch, like a third time, but it's got Rebel Without a Cause vibes all over it. Like Fish said, just 50s written all over it. She's adorable in it. You got a great cast. All 4 of them are great. Fred Ward's also in it, I believe, or that's Secret Admirer. I don't think he's in Mischief, but yeah, you got a good cast all around in that one. So I just love Mischief. I'm a fan of it. I love everything about it. Like you said, 50s vibes, but it came out in the 80s. So yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I rewatched that one recently too. It was fun to revisit it. Yeah.
It's done like in good taste. I got to catch up on the chat. Mel said,
I just saw Mel's.
I know. I just saw that too.
maybe busy. What's up there, Kenny Levels? Get out of here, Ken. I was here first. Yeah, Ken, laugh aloud. Love it. Leah Thompson. Yeah, Leah Thompson is great in it as well. Mizzy says, Garrett, hi, Michelle. And there's Mel's comment. Did you watch it? We didn't watch Reindeer Games that night. So Michelle, that Ken go watch The Core.
Oh, cool.
And The Boar. Oh, uh-oh.
Mizzy.
Because putting you on blast, Mizzy. Don't be calling up.
I like The Core.
Yeah. All right, let's see if anybody knows this one. Gus, I feel like you know a lot of these facts about Kelly Preston, but let's see here. What country did Kelly Preston move to when she was 5 years old?
North America.
Oh my goodness.
No. Her dad was in some kind of line of work, and they had to move. And it's a sad story. Her dad passed away when she was how old? 3 years old. So yeah, he died. He drowned to death. So yeah, it was terrible. But she moved to Australia or not Australia. No, this was Iraq when she was 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So she moved to Iraq. Yeah, pretty crazy, 5 years old. But yeah, a little fun fact there. All right, let me catch up on the chat, and we'll get into our number threes here. We got Tim saying, yeah, Mika, I love the chord too. It's a silly, fun time. I've been here since the beginning, Michelle. Michelle. More up your alley, Mischief or Serbian film.
Oh,
Mischief.
boy.
And we're not going to talk about the Serbian film here. That God, I did not like that. But I digress. So yes, that's my number three. Let's go ahead or number four. Let's go ahead. Gus, take away number three. Let's see what you got.
Number three, this is the movie that I started explaining my love for Kelly Preston. It was Sky High. I saw it in theaters, and I absolutely fell in love with her. And I rewatched this movie, and it didn't hold up like it did when it came out. I still like it, but it's better than the other two. So
you're not selling it on your number three here.
Well, it's better than the other two, but it doesn't hold up like it used to.
It's the nostalgia vibe, Gus. Yes.
Fair, that's fair.
Absolutely.
It is so true. I just rewatched me and Mizzy, like we're doing the stream. We watched She's All That last night, and I was like, it's still good.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Not hold up. Like these 90s movies have 90s just written all over them.
Stamp.
They're still
Some good Paul Walker in that.
Yeah, they're still fun, but they don't quite hold up the same, but they're relatable, so they're a lot of fun. All right, we got Born to Be Red saying Ken is the core better than the core. Greetings, ladies, gents, and friends. Tim says Sky High as Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell as Boomer. It holds up amazingly, Gus. Hi, Gus. Ken, did we watch Sky High with the kids? The special effects sucked him. Hi, Tony. Definitely not Garrett. Laugh out loud. Hey, Tony. Basement Blues. Yeah, and he just did a conversation.
Hey, Tony.
Go check out the replay of that if you missed it. The movie itself is good. Look at this great panel. Thank you, Tony. Hey, Tony. Tony Blues and hi, Tony. Everybody saying hi to Tony. Everybody loves Tony.
Yeah.
Mika, what you got?
Okay. So my number three, Bob, you mentioned it, and it is the 1996 film. I do have a copy of that, Jerry Maguire. For me, I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan. Don't hate me. But for me, when I think about this movie, I think about Avery Bishop, which was Kelly Preston's character. And even though she was only in just a few scenes, that scene is still iconic. When you think of Jerry Maguire, you think of that scene when she kind of goes off in a rage. But what I really love about this was, prior to this, we had always seen Kelly either being the crush, the mom, the girl. She kind of was pigeonholed a little bit, I think, into certain roles. This time we kind of saw her as, a fierce, independent kind of woman, was brutally honest, kind of in your face, kind of was okay to do that rage, and just was such an awesome character. Sadly, we didn't really get to see her do anything particularly like this role since after this movie, but I just liked that it was something really different from her, and it really showed her comedic side and showed her range. So I'm going to go with Jerry Maguire, and like I said, Avery Bishop to me is an iconic character, and it tells because that's one of the scenes people always hold synonymous with this film.
Yeah, I mean, I love it too. All right, Fish, number three, you got it?
Yeah, this one is very much so Naked Gun or Airplane vibes. It's set in the 1690s, kind of around the Salem witch trials. This is a comedy called Love at Stake. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this. She plays like the main character. Her name's Sarah Lee, I believe. Yes, Sarah Lee. And Barbara Carrera comes to town, and she is actually the witch, and she starts putting people under spells and stuff, and Kelly Preston's the one that's taking the heat for it. So this one's a lot of fun, just a really slapstick comedy. It's got a great cast in there, some great comedians in there, but yeah, it's just so over the top, like I said, in the vein of like Naked Gun and Airplane and stuff, just over the top comedy about witch trials. So yeah, Love at Stake. This is actually one of the ones I first saw her in before, or maybe before Twins, or yeah. So yeah,
Gotcha.
Oh, I have not seen that one, Fish.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. We got Ken saying, speaking of the core, I started working on my core this
Looks
morning, 9.5 crunches. So he's working on that 6-pack. Sean says, hi, Tony. Good job tonight. Yes, we did. Speaking
Yeah.
about Sky High with the kids. What's up? Are you sending the veggies to fix your core, Ken? Thanks, Del, for being here. Look at that. Sean says, hi, Del. Great stream tonight, Del and Tony. Hey, Del, good stream. Mel says, Del. You know, I want to do a stream. I got to get like Mel, Del, and just all the L's at the end of it.
Kid.
Mel, Del, Kel.
Michelle.
Michelle.
We got mid-level media. Nobody does it like her. Look at Fish pulling a film I have never heard of. Look at that. Born to be Red, laughing aloud. Nice. Mid-media. Gotta love that. Tony, you don't already own that? I swear Fish is making these movies up. Sup, Del? Some of the deepest cuts.
Yeah.
He always does. Stumped me as well, Fish. Sounds fun, though. Look at that.
I like that cast too. Again, Fish.
All right, Cody. I got to run for 2 seconds here, so take it away here.
Okay. So my number one, I'm sorry, my number three could easily be my number one, and that's gonna be 1988's Twins. It's a movie.
Yeah.
I think like I said, like my top three were easily could have been number one. But Twins is something I've seen probably the most, actually almost the most out of my list. I watched it all the time as a kid, and then I took some years. I didn't see it, and then I watched it again, and then I just keep on watching. I just love it. It's one of those movies. It's a feel-good movie, and it's a good comfort movie. I love it, and Danny DeVito's hilarious in it. Actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger is hilarious in it too.
Oh yeah,
he shines in there. It's I think it's their Ivan Reitman and their first collaboration.
Yeah,
I believe.
I think so too.
Yeah, so I definitely love Twins, and that it will be my number 3 pick.
Awesome.
And it's still on me. Do I still talk? Okay, pop back.
Fill the air. Just keep going.
I just figured with that beard, I could keep you on screen the whole time.
It's still on me.
I was going to start going on run times and start reading the back of the DVD.
All right, let's see here. We got Tim saying, yeah, Fish is like Del with the crazy deep cuts. Del all the L's, yes. I'm in. Fish getting these movies from the depths.
From the depths.
Can do comedy like no other. And Mega Mike's here. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
All right, Tiana, number 3, what you got for us?
All right, for number 3, I have chosen Jack Frost. This movie is pretty sad, but I watch it every Christmas. It's so good.
Yeah. Excellent one. Good
That's a good one. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And you guys all did. Mika, you were in it. Cody, Fish, Tony, Tim were all in a watch along with Ed. Over Jack Frost. And Tony was like, I think it was a good movie, but I don't know. He didn't get to watch it really. So
yeah, I think a watch along is always good to watch the movie before you do a watch along. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I learned that the hard way. I was like, oh wait, I can't even focus. Yeah.
Yeah, Cody, I might just have you do that one of these, rounds. Just have you go over your beard.
My beard routine. You just see when I wake up, it's all over the place.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy gets his beard looking so fresh. I'm like, what kind of beard oil does he use? It's so crazy. Jack Frost is sad. Yes, it is. I'm Mega Mike and no volume for Tony. Yeah. All right. So my number 3, shout out to we got Tim over here. This is my favorite John Carpenter movie. I've got Christine as my number 3. I love this one. It is one of her first roles, and it's a lot of fun. She's not in it a lot. She's more of like a supporting character, a very minor character role, mostly in the beginning, like a lot of her movies. But I still love Christine, and it still counts as one of her titles. So Christine is my number 3. All right, let me go ahead and catch up on the chat here. We got Basement Blues right at Tim Talkies.
That's it, Tim. Tim every time. I knew he was going to say something about the the scenery.
I remember talking to Tim about that as well. So Tim did not like the set design. Yeah, because he didn't have the music.
I remember that. I knew he was going to say, I wonder if Tim was going to bring that up.
The Jack Frost watch along was the terrible fake snow.
It was pretty.
No, I didn't, Holland. You're right about that, Tim. You guys are attacking that. Kelly Preston is in Christine. Got to rewatch it. Yeah, 1983. Mm-hmm. All right. Next trivia question. What country did Kelly Preston go to high school in from 1976 to 1978?
Give a clue, Bob.
I mentioned it earlier accidentally when I answered
Australia.
Second question.
Australia. Oh, did he freeze?
That's it.
Yep. Oh, there he is. He came back.
Bob, how do you know this stuff?
I had to look it up. I do not know this.
Wikipedia?
Yeah. I looked it up. You should have seen the amount of Googling I did for I'm like looking up all this trivia for Tim tomorrow, and I had to Google everything.
Yeah, I'm bad with trivia.
Yeah, Tim's gonna have a hard one tomorrow. These trivia questions are not easy.
I know you be knocking them out with the trivia, Bob.
Are they all Kelly Preston related?
Thank you,
Bob.
No.
Bob?
No. Oh. No, it's not.
We're like,
sorry to upset you, Bob.
I think I keep. I keep freezing. I apologize.
Yeah, you freezing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out while I'm freezing here, but let's catch up on the chat here. We got Mizzy. You're right about that, Tim. Kelly Preston is in Christine. Got to rewatch it. Yep. Tim, if you like fake snow, you'll love Christmas Bloody Christmas. Wow, he's coming for Christmas Bloody Christmas.
I like
so nice, Helen. I just picked it up. Bob speaks so highly of Christmas Bloody Christmas. I do want to check it out this December. I
did like it. I liked it.
I can only imagine how much Tim will hate Christmas Bloody Christmas.
He probably will. I mean, I loved it. It gave me like some 80s vibe.
Oh no, what am I in for? It's the dialogue you may not like, Tim, very much. Holland Oates award, Tim, better study up on Dunkirk. Tim, you ready for this one? I will spoil tomorrow. I looked up Dunkirk trivia, and it's such a bad movie that there's no trivia for it. So I couldn't find any trivia for Dunkirk. I'm sorry.
You can make trivia for it.
I have to go back and rewatch it. I'm not doing that.
Wikipedia.
Tim's gonna hate the dialogue. Exactly. Yep, that's exactly it. Watch. I'm found a bomb on questions to Jurassic Park. Ouch. I thought Kelly Preston was English. I might be mixed up with Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, Kelly LeBrock's English, I believe.
All right. Damn, Bob. All right. So, Gus, number 2, what you got for us?
Okay, so this movie, everybody's placed it down in the lower on their list. But for me, I feel like it's my second favorite Kelly Preston, even though, like Mika said, she's not on, or most of you guys have said she's not in the majority of the movie. But I think the little bit that she's in and the performance she gives is just knocked out. So to me, it's Jerry Maguire.
And you got that 4K. Where's the slipcover, Gus?
It's in there.
Yeah, I want to get that. And that's in volume 1 or 2?
Volume
1.
Columbia Classics.
It's like $700 now, that set.
Yeah. That's the last time I saw it on Amazon. It was $7.99. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
crazy.
$600 for that. Yeah. I'm not paying that. I'm working on negotiating with Tim for $50.
No, the box set would have to like tell the time, be an alarm, do laundry, pay all any of that.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
he can get $800.
I know. I'm good on that.
Think about how many movies you can buy with that. Yeah.
Damn God.
Deep bugs.
Pure hangout. Derek's in the house. Loved watching Space Camp as a kid. The Dunkirk hate. Ouch. Back to the Future trivia. Who knew it would be so difficult for me? This poor guy. The first stream I did was with Tony, of course, and I didn't know that Tony hasn't seen Back to the Future in 35 years, so it was a tough one for him. Hello, panel and chat. It was my number 4 pick. It doesn't matter. The stream Dunkirk comes up. They'll not sell. Hey, Derek. Gus knows what's up. Toss those slips in a box so they look more uniform on the shelf. I'm with that. That box set was an automatic buy for me with a League of Their Own. Hey, Derek, and I'm following the Rad Dude's Rad advice. All right, Mika, number 2, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I don't have a physical of this, but Tiana already mentioned it. So my number 2 is going to be Jack Frost. So it's a movie like Tiana said. I watch every Christmas. I enjoy doing that recent watch along with it. But I love Kelly Preston's character. I believe she plays Gabby Frost is her name in the movie. But I love her and Michael Keaton's Jack Frost. Their dynamic. One of the favorite quotes, which I love, is when she always says, "Sing me a smile." The ending is very, very sad, but overall, I love the family moment that we get between Gabby and Jack and his son. So I just love that. That's another movie where she kind of has a little bit more scenes and really kind of shines through. She does really well with family movies. So number 2 is going to be Jack Frost.
Good choice. All right, let me stay up to date here. Hey, Derek, I'm following the Rad Dude's Rad advice, the Rad influence. Put some respect on Dunkirk. It's better than Skinamarink and Tar.
Him and that Skinamarink, Mike.
Mika, did you watch that yet, Skinamarink?
Yes, and Mike is not going to like that. Mike, I liked it.
She's going.
I told him I would. I liked it.
Now, nobody else.
See
Nobody else saw Skinamarink yet?
I've not.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike. I mean, did you watch it? I watched it with everything off, like the lights, everything. But he probably is still like, no.
He's gonna have to rewatch it now. Jack Frost, my favorite Christmas movie. Awesome. That's awesome. All right, Fish, number 2.
Number 2. I watched this. I actually went on a date. So when this first came out, when did this first come out? 80 what? Twins. Sorry, Twins. I went on a date. What were we in, like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade? 5th grade? 4th grade? Yeah. Grandpa took us. We sat there, watched this. I love this movie. This is one of the first times I saw Kelly Preston, Love at Stake, and then I saw her in this. I love her in this movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. Everybody's talked about it already. Chloe Webb. Kelly Preston, fantastic. I love her character in this. She's very sweet, very seductive as well. Going after Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in this. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this movie a lot. So yeah, fun. And it's on sale if you need to grab it.
Yeah, I have to actually grab it.
She looks beautiful. I mean, drop dead.
Oh yeah, that car scene, like when he's getting in the car.
Oh, when she's laying in the back, they're laying in the back seat. Yeah.
I was at a family, like my sister's party for her kids. It was a couple weeks ago, and something came on, and I was like, "Dad, what are we watching here?" And my dad's like, "This is Twins," and I was like, "That's Twins." And Kelly Preston was in it, and me and him were just like gushing over Kelly Preston. So. All right, let me go ahead and stay caught up on Skinamarink rules.
Yeah, kid.
Mike said, "Did you get the version where they actually played a real movie?" Fish, you were allowed to date in 5th grade.
Oh, and as a girl too. Crazy, right?
Fish.
I'm using dark and old cartoons, sometimes in a toilet and doors disappearing. Holland Oates says that's the movie, Mike. I thought it was okay. All right.
I know, can't sell it to Mike.
I am super curious what this guy's got for his number 1 and 2.
Me too.
So I switched it back because I was on the fence about it. So my number 2 is going to be Jack Frost.
Yeah.
It's when it first came out, I watched it every day on Christmas break. And then the next year it was on, like every time it was on TV, I'd always watch it. And then I bought it and then I watched it every year around Christmas. And then I didn't watch it for about 5 years. And then I watched it this past Christmas during the watch along. So it was my first time watching it since Kelly Preston has passed away. And it has, it kind of hits you harder at the end. When Jack Frost is saying goodbye, I was like, wow, this movie got, like a little more like extra sad, even though it was already sad to begin with. But now that you know that she's gone, it was just more impactful. And I really love the movie, and people give it so much crap. So I'm glad to see it on people's lists. It's it's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
I was just going to ask, why does that movie, like so many movies I look at, like Jack with Robin Williams? I was messaging with Derek the other day. I was like, why do people hate this? And it, like Jack Frost is another one. People just hate on it. And I'm like, man, I don't know if these are younger people that didn't grow up with these movies or what, but like Jack Frost has always been good to me. Like that's an emotional movie.
It's got a great soundtrack too.
Oh, that's cool.
Snow Dad's better than No Dad. Remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. And you need to get a shirt that says that.
Maybe it could be the maybe it's the, I don't know, like Tim, the CGI maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see here. We've got, if my toilet disappeared, I would be terrified.
Yeah.
I will give Jack Frost props for some
Yeah.
rock music for sure. Mizzy, time to dig a hole in the backyard.
Yeah.
All right.
And Michael Keaton wasn't that him doing his own voice, right? Music, right?
Yeah. He wrote and performed 2 songs on the soundtrack.
I honestly like Jack Frost. Tough for me to make a list, but Michael Keaton, I'm a big fan of. I love Kelly Preston. I like the kid. It's emotional. It's so good. Jack Frost is really good.
Doesn't deserve the hate it gets.
No, not at all. I don't understand that so many movies like that. All right, Tiana, you got a number 2 for us here?
All right. Number 2 is, I don't have a physical one of this one. It is View from the Top. I really like this movie. I remember when my mom first showed it to me, and I fell in love with it. But it's really good.
Awesome. Gus pulled that one, so he's got physical for you.
Isn't Michael Keaton, not Michael Keaton, isn't Mike Myers in that movie?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I remember seeing the trailer when I was a little kid over and over when it was coming out.
And Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, Rob Lowe, and then Candace Bergen, which I love.
Rob Lowe's character's in it for like the first, like he's got one scene, and then I don't know if they show him again.
Did you say Christina Applegate was in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the whole movie.
She's very evil. Very evil.
Don't say that because she doesn't start like that, okay?
Yeah.
It's happened.
All right, my number
So
2,
good.
my number 1 and 2 are so difficult to choose from, but
I know.
if there wasn't a different movie in front of this would 100% be my number 1. This movie, talking about movies that get a ton of hate, this is one of them, Cody. And I love this movie. It means the world to me. I played baseball as a kid.
Reindeer Games.
Love of the game. I love this movie. My dad showed it to me. This is probably my first Kelly Preston movie. I love everything about I almost said everything about Reindeer Games. Screw you, Gus. I love everything about For Love of the Game. So yeah, this is just I don't know why that one gets so much hate too. It just blows my mind. But For Love of the Game is so good. It's
That's a Sam Raimi movie, right?
Yeah. And Tim still hasn't seen it. But the end of I don't want to spoil anything about For Love of the Game, but like essentially, I think there's Cody, you were talking about, not to get off topic, but like Scream 6, it's not just a movie that's entertaining. You were talking about Sam's character arc in the movie and struggling with how they show different how people handle different, how Tara and Sam are both handling their trauma differently. And so a lot of people, I think movies are definitely, some people are just there for entertainment, but For Love of the Game really shows you like the end of the movie, how you could have it all, but if you don't have the one with you, it really means nothing almost at the end of the day. So it's so good. I love For Love of the Game. Not everything's surface level or just there to entertain us. There's always something deeper to talk about. So
yeah, I definitely want to check that out. and give it to me to
I
find.
picked that up recently. Yeah.
And give it to me to find something deep about Scream 6.
Yeah. But hey,
a deeper meaning. I remember talking to me and Bob had like an in-depth conversation about Scream 6, and I was like, nobody saw this, but like we were going on and on about the trauma and
and everybody's just talking about the kills in the movie, right? Me and Cody are out here breaking down like
The trauma.
of the movie,
stopping tears from coming down our cheeks with that poor girl.
Let's see here. We got Stop Left Key. Ken had never seen Jack Frost, so I made him watch it. Oh wow, look at that. Michelle's showing Ken movies. Look at that. Love it. Time to dig a hole. We got Disappearing Toilets as a Sign of the Apocalypse. Didn't grow up with Jack Frost either. Okay. Well, Mizzy, are you a fan of it still now, or did it are you one of the people that kind of craps on Jack Frost? Yeah, Ken, you'll be pissing in a bucket, won't you? Yes, Tina. Laugh out loud, Gus. I'll get to it soon. It's Raimi, so I have to see it. I need to be in a certain mood for baseball movies. Yeah, Tim's not a baseball fan. Yeah, I didn't even realize that Raimi directed that. Yep. And I'll be honest, I didn't love Jack Frost. Wow. Okay. All right,
Ken.
Okay, another trivia question. Let's see. So, here. I can't get to my banner here. Okay, there we go. What year was her first official movie role?
Let's say 80. I'm going to say 80.
86?
85?
No, because 83 is when Carrie came out, or not Carrie. Christine, right?
I was gonna say like 78.
So
84?
she was in high school in 78, Fish. Or 76. So which Scream Factory? She was in 10 to Midnight, which Scream Factory put out. And that was 83, and so was Christine.
That's a great movie, and I just recently watched it. I don't remember her in that.
Yeah.
Probably really, and I don't recall what scene she is, but yeah, that's 83 was her first movie role. Christine in 10 to Midnight.
Yeah, it's a great action slasher, guys.
Yeah, I have to rewatch. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely, Del. It's okay. The CGI was kind of distracting, took me out of it for Jack Frost. I'll just say 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, etc. I didn't think it was terrible, just very corny. And if I didn't grow up with something, I can't look past that. So nostalgia, people don't understand that plays such a huge role in these movies. Like, I just rewatched Can't Hardly Wait last night, and so many other ones. If I watched that for the first time today, would I feel the same? So it's
absolutely yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and get to round one. Your number one pick, Gus.
Okay. I ordered the physical release, but it hasn't arrived yet. So I guess I'm gonna do what Fish did. So for me, is For the Love of the Game is my number one because
yes,
I feel like she's in the majority of the movie, and I love 90s sport movies that mix kind of like sports, biography, drama, and love story, romantic. So for me, that movie is good.
Yes, I mean, I already talked about it. I won't. I think I know what Mika's number one is going to be. Right into it.
Yes, I mean, you guys already did it, but Bob, I bust out because I have the Blu-ray, but I love this movie so much. I had to bust out my VHS. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It is very crispy. That's how much I love this. I keep it pristine.
Flex on him, Mika. Flex on him.
Yes. So I had to do For Love of the Game. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite Kevin Costner films and Kelly Preston films. And like Gus said too, she's in a good majority of the film. And I love the film. Kind of baseball is in the movie, but like Bob says, it does a good thing of reflecting back and forth. It goes back and forth in between time, looking at the game of baseball, how it's so important to Billy Chapel, which is Kevin Costner's character's name, and also him looking at Aubrey, who Kelly Preston plays, Jane. Aubrey, which Kelly Preston plays. And it kind of looks at kind of what you hold as most important, you know, this passion that you've been doing for years and also this other passion that you find in this person. So I love the back and forth of this, and it's just such a great movie. As I just love it. So love it again.
So good. I mean, you know, you hear people always talk about like, you know, without, you know, I mean, you got to see for love of the game, but yeah, you got to have the one you love by your side, you know. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Kelly Preston.
Oh yeah, Jenna Malone's in it too as Kelly. She plays Kelly Preston's daughter. So it's a great movie. Like I said, I love him in Field of Dreams, and I put it right up next to it in terms of
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, great.
Mm-hmm.
What year is that again?
John C. Reilly. Maybe 99.
99.
Yeah, the late 90s. Yeah, I think it was 98.
So get to it before Tim's 90 stream, so you could get your list in.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I already got my list in, and I hated my list.
Oh,
it was so hard to make. It was so hard to make. I sent it to him, and then I thought about 18 more movies. I was like,
oh well, Cody, me and Kira trying to do a video, and two Libras together, indecisive. They're about to kill each other. So yeah, it is hard.
But I'll let you know, Beethoven made the list, guys. Beethoven made the list.
Nice. Nice. I saw the Beethoven 2 poster yesterday, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So, and all right, let's go into. Okay, Tim says those sets though. If that movie was for love of the racetrack, I would have seen it by now. I've avoided for love of the game because I always heard it was super cheesy. Very cheesy, but 90s like product of its time, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's great how it, like I said, baseball is they do a good job of not having baseball be the primary focus. It really does a good wraparound.
And it's well acted too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very. I mean, Kevin Costner is always good, but you also got the guy from oh dear God, what is his name? Somebody help me out here. The coach, the manager. What is his name? He's in Whiplash.
J.K. Simmons.
What? J.K. Simmons, right? Is that it?
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, he's in that, and then the Dodgers.
And then John C. Reilly's in it. Yep.
Yep, the Los Angeles Dodgers announcer who announced till he was like 90 years old. He's the one doing the like voiceover in the movies, so he's actually like broadcasting the game. It's just awesome. I love that one. Tim says you can revise Cody if you want, as long as I have the final list by the 31st. So 31st is the last day you could get Tim your list. I thought it was the 28th, but it's the 31st.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it the same because it's hard ranking them. Like I have a list of 100 and I can't. Then I can break it down to 25, and that's like, well, how do I rank it? Because they're all just.
So I started with 90, and then I got it down to like 60, and now I'm down to like 40. So, and I still got a bunch to rewatch to figure out where they go. So Tim's gonna get my list like last second, like a deadline.
Yeah, it's just the ranking. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we can do a video this weekend. Like I said, if we don't kill each other.
If we don't see Mika and Kara again, we know what happened.
Oh.
Beethoven is so freaking good.
That VHS.
All right, Fish, right? You're number 2 or 1. Number 1.
Number one pick. Number one pick for me was already talked about, but I adore this movie. It's one of my favorites from the 80s. Oh man, I cannot gush about this so much. I'm a huge nerd. Science is one of my things. I've always wanted to be space explorer, so Space Camp is my number one. I love this movie so much. Kelly Preston plays Tish. She's the communications officer on the space crew here. It has a very young Joaquin Phoenix, Leah Thompson, Tate Donovan, Kate Capshaw, Mrs. Spielberg there is also in this movie. Tom Skerritt. This is a great, fun movie. I love this. Like Cody said, they're at space camp. Something happens. They're actually launched into space. They have to come home. Got some very harrowing things happen to them. And Kelly Preston actually is very instrumental in their return home. She's as playing their communications officer. So I love this movie so much. It's one of my favorites still. I watch it all the time. Space Camp. And it's Kino Lorber.
Yeah, I like that Blu-ray.
I'll have to get that in the next sale then for sure. One of the reasons I love doing streams, and whether I'm a guest or hosting a stream, but like top 25 90s stream. It gives you the opportunity. Like I know Fish, you have been, and Tiana was doing it too. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I was trying to binge watch a ton of Kelly Preston movies before the stream. And so it kind of gives you an opportunity to rewatch stuff you haven't watched. Like, you know, we're going to do more actors and actresses, and it just gives you that opportunity to rewatch or watch something you've never seen for the first time. So that's why I like doing live streams and stuff, because you're like, okay, I have a theme for the month, or a theme for the week. So it's a lot of fun. We got Chris. Mizzy says Chris Penn was funny in Beethoven too. Love both movies though. Started with 70. I'm down to 35. Mizzy was laughing at me. He's like, "You're taking this serious, this top 25 list." I was like, "Oh yeah, I take my rankings serious." Kelly Preston got me into liking women that was old as my mother. I hate and love her for that. Sue and Mama Blu-ray like Space Camp. Space Camp, a gay movie.
Yes.
Yeah. To that previous comment, I would say that about Kelly Preston, because not everyone does it well. She aged so gracefully, so beautifully. And that's another thing I loved about her too. Her and John's love story was really, really sweet. So she always aged so beautifully.
She looked naturally too, like aged naturally too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I recommend seeing her last movie, Off the Rails, because she just was beautiful and that did a great performance.
See,
and to know that she was sick, to know she was sick doing it was something.
I read about that one, and I was on the hunt trying to find a physical copy of that, and I should have just tried to find it somewhere, but streaming or something. But yeah, I really was interested in watching that one, that last one. Yeah,
I'm with you though, like on the age gracefully, because I was talking to Mizzy last night we were talking about a lot of actresses that are older, and he's like, is that a lot of work? I was like, I don't know. She still looks good though. But Kelly Preston looked very natural. Very, like you guys said, just doesn't look like she had work done. She was just beautiful. Tim says, I'm going to be on a Paul Walker binge this week and into next week. Paul Walker will be the next one we do. So Fish, you'll be on that. Cody, you'll be on that, and a couple other people. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. Bob, you're so close to 1,000 subs.
Ooh, 7 away. Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle.
That is close.
Delon Movies, Gizmo, nothing wrong with MILFs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mizzy, yeah, shout out to Bobby, puts a lot of work into those streams. Thank you, appreciate that. Gizmo, me and Mika can have a stream talking about Preston Look, and it will be the most positive stream ever on YouTube. Kelly on the cover of Spellbinder, and he's got the heart emoji with the eyes. All right, Cody, I know your number one has got to be something that's showing in this picture.
Oh, yes.
So I feel bad for having this my number one because what happens to her in the movie, but it is a great movie. It's one of my favorite revenge movies.
Yes.
And it's brutal and it's heartbreaking, and it's going to be Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon from what is it, 2007.
Let's go, Cody.
This is my favorite James Wan movie.
Yes,
it's a great movie. There are a lot of cool scenes. Also has John Goodman in it, and it's heartbreaking and just it's all around great movie.
Love it.
Yeah, and Cody, for what you said about that, because no spoilers, but that first scene, you're like, oh, okay. But then, like you said, round two again.
Yeah, they double down on it, and I'm just like, hey.
They don't just double down. The reason I love, and I'll get into it with my number one. I don't want to take away from Tiana here, but that movie is raw. Like, it is real, it's brutal, and it does not sugarcoat anything.
But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, something happens to you, and you're like, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go seek revenge. But then you're like, oh wait, more things can happen. And it's like, it's a domino effect. And it's like, what do you do? You know, it's like,
yeah,
it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So it's.
And I like the FBI agent when she's like, you started a war, you know what I mean? To help you, you know, it's just so good. But I'll talk about it more in my number one.
It's such a great movie, and it's underrated.
Yeah, very underrated.
Tiana, what you got for your number one for us?
Oh, okay. So my number one is, I don't have a physical because I just ordered this not that long ago. It is Secret Admirer.
Ooh.
It's coming from Kino
I was
Lorber.
going to try to show it. It's not working.
No,
Oh,
you're
no, I see it, Tiana.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I really like that one. It's good.
Secret Admirer came out this Tuesday from Kino Lorber. Is that correct?
Yeah, just recently. came out.
This past Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pick it up from Kino
I think
Lorber.
so, yeah.
With a slipcover too. Nice slipcover. So
All
anybody,
of them slip covers.
that one's for you, Tim. Okay. My number one. Oh my god, I love this movie. This is my second or third favorite film of all time. It is Death Sentence. I love this movie. I talked to Cody about it already. Mika, if you're interested, I am planning. So me and Tim did that, and Fish was on it, and so was Gus, and so was Cody. We did the What It Means to Us for It's a Wonderful Life, and we're gonna do Death Sentence. Cody and I talked about because Death Sentence is a lot deeper than just surface level. There's a lot to unpack in Death Sentence, and there's an unrated version and a theatrical version. If you watch them both, they have a slightly small difference, but they have a very big difference in meaning. If you watch the ending of it, like the way it ends. So I really want to break it down. I don't want to talk about it on here because we'll break down spoilers. And Fish, Gus, you guys haven't seen it, so
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've got it, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
But yes, I am Cody and we're gonna plan something for that for sure because I want to break this movie down in detail, and there's a lot to talk about. So,
did you have a Blu-ray, Bob?
Yeah, this is.
Where'd you get that? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like broken too, but yeah, it's Region B. So I had to get a region free player. It does have a German release as well because my buddy Mike got a different one. So there's a couple different countries that put it out. But yeah,
That's funny. I just got some imports in myself, and they said Region B only on the back. I popped it in to see, and it started playing. So my regular 4K player. So I don't know. So
that's how imprint is. It says Region B, but they always work on my.
Yeah, some of them will play. Like Second Sight will have the disc too that'll play like the 4K in the region.
Yeah, it just surprised the heck out of me because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to watch this yet. I gotta get my region free player, and I popped it in just to see if it would load. Came right on. I was like, hey, all right, we're watching this tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably talk to Bob or Tim, or maybe Tim, because mine broke, so I need to get a new region free player. So maybe if you guys know where to get one.
Actually, I got a good one that's like maybe 230 now. It's region free. It's Sony, and it's Dolby Vision on it as well. Dolby Vision compatible. So I know some people are very into that stuff and want that available as well. I think it's like 230, but maybe 300. But it's a good one. I like it a lot. It's really just
actually Benicio, the horror cholo, sent me a link to one that was only $100, $140. So he said he's had it for a couple of years. He said it works great. So
there's a lot of different ones. I mean, there's some that are like $700.
Yeah, I just need to get. So I'll message you guys because I just want to make sure I get like a good one.
I mean, it's so good. Like I can't say enough. I went to go watch when I did the triple feature. Like it was all region B's except for Serbian film, but like it was all region B's, and I go to play it, and it says like you need a region, and all I had to do is click a button. It's great. So I love it. Because there's so many good ones out there. Like until I got a region free player, I was buying from Zavi and I didn't even know what region free was or region like B was, and I couldn't play half these movies. And I was like, what the heck? And I didn't know that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch up on the chat here, and then we'll cover some honorable mentions. We've got me and Mika can do a stream together. Okay, so I saw Secret Admirer in the theater in '85. First time I noticed her, I was 14. Rockin' Roger says. Nice. Cody has how many movie posters? Cody, any idea?
I want to guess 20, but they just seem to be the right ones for these.
The right ones, the perfect ones, absolutely. Yeah.
I know.
I love the way he personalizes each stream with the posters.
Yeah, and I noticed
that's what Kira said. Kira loved Cody. She said, "Oh, what's his background going to be?" Because he always switching it up.
So yesterday I did a stream where it was best comedies from 2000 2009, and I had nothing. So I was like, I threw up Beethoven 2 because there's not many times I'm going to have an option to put that up. So I just threw up Beethoven 2.
And it's easy to switch the posters in and out of there.
Yeah, I just it's a cheap frame from Walmart.
Uh-huh.
And then I just have clips on the back, just pop it out, put them in.
Okay, gotcha.
And you got the light too, give you some ambiance, Cody.
Yeah.
Kelly
try to
was
match-
also on
Yeah,
Fear Factor.
Oh yeah, I try to match the light with the color of the poster.
I've never seen Metal Storm. I love Secret Admirer. Not sure, maybe 20. Laugh aloud, but I seem to have the right ones. Haha. I'll toss the slip. I swear, Tim. Get it, Tim. That sentence is going on the watch list. Yes,
Oh,
Del.
Del will like it. You will like it, Del.
I should have given that to him to watch. Toss the slip my way, Tim, right? I thought Bob was going to pull What a Girl Wants as his number one. You really did, didn't you? You asked me before the stream. I didn't even realize she was in that. But yeah, that's
I like that
great. 220 electronics for region free players. That's the
that's the one Benicio sent me. Yep, that right there. 220 electronics.
Everybody like when I posted region free, I got like 30 DMs one day, and it was all 220 electronics links.
220 electronics.
Everybody sent me a link, but it's great to know when you post something on your story on Instagram asking for help. You get 30 DMs. That's awesome that people are willing to help you. Like, hey, this is where you could get one. So,
yeah.
So
I did that for shelves one time too. Like,
and you probably got a ton of DMs,
yeah.
right? Yep, exactly. And it's probably all the same link and the same like recommendation.
Yeah.
We all mostly use the same shelves for the most part. I think like in this community or similar shelves at least.
Yeah, I ended up going with the Billy. I love those. They can hold quite a bit. The IKEA Billy ones.
And I know Tim just started using the spinners. That I guess they
I think I'm gonna invest in some of those because my room's pretty small in here. So something more compact.
And if you like posters, shelves take up wall space, so that's something you got to think about too. Video Gizmo, the only place to order German releases for Americans is DTM. They sell this stuff cheap, ship cheap, and no extra tax on the stuff. Nice. No. Tim talks hockeys. I have my 4K players, my main players. So my region free players just stays on region B. I don't own a single region C disc. Yeah. All right. I think I finished up with the trivia here because literally Mika knew that one right away. She pulled that as her number 5. So good job. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a couple questions and then we'll get into the honorable mentions here. So Gus, I'll let you answer and then go through your honorable mentions and we'll just kind of do it that way. What are some of your Kelly Preston movies that you'd still like to see that you haven't gotten around to yet?
Let's see. Well, I was looking at her filmography and the last song seemed pretty a movie that I probably want to see.
Yeah, that was good.
Also from Paris with Love. Well, the poster looks good with Travolta with a gun facing you.
She's not a main lead in that at all either, but
what movie is she?
Yeah, right. Of course.
I love the game.
Oh yeah, just chill.
Get him. I agree. She's definitely the love interest. Go ahead. Sorry,
and then I want to also see Addicted to Love. So those are the 3 that I want to see that I never seen.
Now, I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade here. I hated Addicted to Love. I was bored out of my mind watching that. Fish, did you get around to it?
I watched it. I rewatched it. I watched it back in when it first came out, and I think I had a little more love for it back then. I just love Meg Ryan. I think that's what I loved about it. She's so adorable. She's so cute. Matthew Broderick is fantastic as well. So I think that's where the love came from. Even though Kelly Preston is in it, she's only in it for a little bit, like Bob said. So I think it was more of the Meg Ryan love that drew me to that movie, thinking about having that nostalgia for it. But like I said, I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but of course, I had that nostalgia for it as well. So I have that still love going for it. So I had fun with it.
I got a question for everybody. Has anybody seen 52 Pickup in here? Okay, so I think John Frankenheimer, same director as Reindeer Games, directed it.
Of course.
But I hated 52 Pickup as well. I did not like it, but Kelly Preston's it's pretty graphic. Some of the pretty brutal. Some of the stuff that happens in that movie. It's like an action movie, but it's pretty dark. And I did not like it. I'm curious if anybody else has seen it, but
No, I just added it. 52 pickup.
I did not like it at all. But you might like it, so I was just not.
But you say it's a brutal action movie?
It's not really brutal, but what happens to her is brutal.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I don't know.
You just can't win in these action movies.
I know. I'll read the synopsis.
Yeah.
Watch a trailer.
First. Yeah.
So, Mika, you got any Kelly Preston movie you want to see?
Probably Fish with the deep cuts, with the ones Fish selected, because I hadn't seen any of those at all. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to add those to my list. Because I was able to revisit a lot of her films, like you said, for the stream. So I think those, like I said, Fish really got some I hadn't really saw. So probably I'll check out those.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Fish?
Definitely Death Sentence, since you guys have been talking about it. And definitely For the Love of the Game, because I bought both of those recently to watch for this, but didn't get around to it because I had a funeral last week and then other live streams. And then Tim throws out his 90s list. So I'm trying to watch some of those too. So yeah, but definitely those two I absolutely want to watch. Absolutely.
I will say I was absolutely shocked Mika did not have Death Sentence in her top.
I know. No, I kind of wanted to do, because I said with Kelly, like I said, sometimes she really gets kind of, that was unfortunate, I think, with her career. Sometimes she got a little pigeonholed. I think she had a huge range that I think, and she said that before too, that she would have loved to have the opportunities to do a little bit more in terms of her range. And I think sometimes she always got kind of pigeonholed in certain roles. So I kind of wanted to pick some ones where she was a little bit more prominent, a little bit.
Gotcha. All right, Cody, what you got for some movies you want to see with her, possibly?
So I definitely want to check out For Love of the Game, Mischief, View from the Top, and even Cat in the Hat.
I'm gonna let you know this is a fact, Cody. You're gonna love Mischief.
Oh, I thought they were gonna say Cat in the Hat.
I thought he was gonna say Cat in the Hat too.
I probably will. I probably will like Cat in the Hat. That's just who I am. And then you're gonna see the poster behind me.
Yeah, you're gonna like Tiana. Yeah. What would you like to see? Any movies with her, Tiana?
I would like to see Death Sentence because I also haven't watched that yet. I'd also like to see Off the Rails.
Oh yeah,
because I've never seen that one either. And Space Camp.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Those are good.
Definitely like too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh geez, me, Space Camp, I'd say, and Off the Rails are two that I definitely want to get around to checking out. There was like a list of like 12 or 13 titles, but as I was going through them, I was watching some really ones I did not like. So, but it was pretty set in stone. I just watched Nothing to Lose before the stream.
And, that's so funny.
Tim Robbins, yes, Martin Lawrence. That's a great one. Yeah.
The best scene in that is when they locked in that office with the security guard.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah. And the security guard doing that dance scene.
And he's like white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that pops into mind is when his feet are on fire. That just
he's dancing in the song.
Yes.
Yeah, the song comes on, yeah.
I was cracking up at that part. All right. Let me go ahead and catch up on the chat here really quick. I have my okay, yep. So Tim says good night all. Busy day of work tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night, Bob. Yeah, he's definitely in for a treat tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think he was off today, right?
Yeah. He's got a long day and then he's got a long night with me. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming. Here's the thing: like Tim and I talk every day. There's just some people in the community you talk to more than others, right? Like you
don't talk to me all night.
And like Fish, I know very well. Cody, we've had a lot of conversations like Screen 6, diving deep.
Yeah, the trauma, yeah. Trauma.
The deep meanings of Screen 6.
Tiana, like we've had good conversations. But Tim, he's got so much content on YouTube. It was so fun putting together a highlight reel for him. So that's a lot of fun. I hope everybody enjoys that tomorrow. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. I use my Region Free as my main player because I'm not rich like Tim. Busy E, Night Tim, have a good one. The Cat in the Hat is painfully bad. From Dusk Till Dawn, Julie McGuire, Christine Spellbinder on top.
Oh yeah, she was the reporter, I think.
Yep, I was telling Gus, I think she was like a reporter in that.
Mm-hmm.
Mika tells Bob about the show Martin. He's never heard of it, but loves Martin Lawrence. I never.
Oh, Martin, the TV show.
This guy was hounding me about that. I was like, no.
Oh, that was so good. I used to watch that and Living Single. Well, Cody, you remember Thursday night? Cody, it was Living Single, Martin, and New York Undercover.
Yeah,
that
New
was
York Undercover.
Yeah.
New York Undercover was the jam.
Oh my God, Ken says Bob never spends all night with me. I don't think Michelle would approve. That's why.
Hey Bob, if you got HBO Max, the seasons are on HBO Max. You can watch
Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's so funny.
Man, so many characters in that.
Yeah.
Shanae?
Shanae.
All right, Gus, what are your honorable mentions, man? I'll put you on the full screen and we'll kind of close out with some honorable mentions here.
Okay. I would say What a Girl Wants. And
I thought you said you hate Amanda Bynes. Now you're coming for me.
I didn't say I hate Amanda Bynes. I said I hate Mandy Moore.
Oh, Mandy Moore.
Anyway, and then Waiting to Exhale. I love Angela Bassett and Whitney Houston. And I guess the other one that I've seen that I think everybody hates, and I actually hated too. The beginning was okay, and then it got kind of stupid. Was The Cat in the Hat.
Mm.
He said it got kind of stupid, but it's an honorable mention.
Yeah, watch it. I mean, it's a one-time watch. It's not something that I watched it, to support Kelly Preston and never watched it again.
Jim said there's the man Gus.
Yeah,
Living Single is the original and Better Friends. Look up the history. Mandy or Potty Mouth. Is that what you said?
I think I heard that.
Hey, Gus, did you say that about Mandy Moore?
Many more.
Oh, I heard. I was kind of taken back too, because Gus, that's what I heard too. I heard that what Holland said. I said, did you say Mandy?
Yeah, replay. We're gonna rewind button. He has H up allowed. Thanks, busy. All right, Mika, what you got?
Okay, so I think my honorable mentions would be the last song. I really loved that one. That was really good. She wasn't in it a lot, but the scene she was in, of course, she stole it. And then What a Girl Wants. I did love that. I used to watch that all the time. And I love the ending scene when she's kind of reunited with the dad. So yeah, those two. Those are faves.
Awesome. Let's go to Fish's Shelf right here.
I forgot she was in this little part, but I enjoyed her in Natural Born Killers. Plays a reporter in that. So yeah, just a little bit part in there, but it carries over to From Dusk Till no. There's another movie. Plays the same reporter in another movie.
From Dusk Till Dawn, it's got to be then.
So I saw her. Yeah, I saw her filmography, and it just that same reporter, just a little spot in another movie. But and my other one is Christine.
Nice.
So yeah.
And anybody who wants that Christine Steelbook, it's still at Best Buy, I believe. On Blu-ray only, but yeah.
Yeah. This is the 4K, but it's jacked.
Yeah, Nothing to Lose does not have a Blu-ray yet. It needs one though. Natural Born Killers, love it. I didn't even know you did that. So, all right, Cody, what you got for us?
Yeah, it's gonna be Waiting to Exhale, Secret Admirer, and Old Dogs. I love Old Dogs.
Nice. I haven't seen Old Dogs, I don't believe. Tiana, what you got for us? Honorable mentions.
I have What a Girl Wants. I have Twins and Mischief. I wrote those down.
She comes prepared. I like it. For me, I've got the Olive Films release of Secret Admirer, but I will be getting that Kino Lorber release of it. Comes with the different poster art and everything like that. So I also got What a Girl Wants on there after Gus reminded me that she was in that. I haven't seen that in ages, but I like it. View from the Top was good. Jack Frost for sure, and Nothing to Lose after just watching it. So those would be some honorable mentions for me. So, All right, let me catch up on the chat here. We got Jim saying she was good and Christine agreed. Small but effective part. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and allow everybody to kind of give an outro just where they could find you, what you got going on your channel or Instagram or anything like that. We're still waiting on Gus. If there's a little peer pressure would help, but waiting on Gus to start a like movies and food channel or something like that. So he's not up for shaking.
Dinner and a movie pairing.
Yeah, dinner and a movie pairing. Something.
No.
No, that sounds stressful.
Mika, how did you like doing StreamYard? I wanted to ask you.
Oh, I think we did good, but we'll be able to know by Thursday.
You're hosting the Lost Girls stream?
Yeah, we hosted it, me and Kira. It works great with two because one person can be responsible for like comments and things like that, and another person can be doing the other navigation. So that kind of balances itself out. But we got Mel and help us out if we need it, or Coco.
Yeah, and you'll be discussing Scream 6, right?
Mm-hmm. With a twist. Yes.
Okay, yeah, definitely tune into that. All right, Gus, what you got going on over on Instagram since you're not doing anything on YouTube?
Nothing, just posting what I buy. And then just streams with Bob. I mean, it can't get any better than that. So
yeah, awesome. I appreciate the kind.
I mean, you don't spend all night with me, so I guess streams will have to settle.
Tim's gonna get me in trouble with that one. All right, Mika, what you got?
Okay, so we just talked about it. So Thursday, join me and my ladies. I love hanging out with my girls. We have such a fun time. So Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing a Scream 6 stream. Me and Kira will be hosting, so we'll pray, make it work. But it'll be really, really fun. So Scream 6 with a twist. Also, you can follow me and Kira at Double Feet Podcast on Instagram. Every month we do a themed month. So we watch a different movie every night. We're celebrating for Women's History Month. 31 days of women in film is the hashtag. So every night we're following a different theme, and tonight is coming of age. So follow along if you want to.
Awesome. And Mika, I wanted to say this, like anybody, if you missed Mika's Q&A stream like a week or 2 weeks ago on a Friday night, it was really good. And I was talking to Tim, we were gossiping about it afterwards and talking about how good like the production value and your thumbnail and like all the content you put into it was.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, we had a fun time with it.
Yeah, Tim was saying like, did you see like their thumbnail? They added like stickers to it and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that.
Oh yeah, so, Kira is so good. I tell you the power of YouTube on how to do things. But yeah, and Tim was so awesome. Shout out to Tim, because I don't know how many times I messaged Tim like, is it supposed to be doing this, or how do I get this, or how do I do that? And he was so awesome, helped us out.
Yeah, it's really good. And Tim makes all these thumbnails because I don't know how to do any of that yet. He taught me how to edit videos. Like Tim is everything I pretty much know about YouTube is from Tim. So I appreciate the hell out of that guy. Fish, what you got coming up for us?
Oh, not a lot. Just same old. Just guest appearing on some live streams, and also just doing my hauls, unboxings. Hopefully going to start doing some reviews on some of these movies that I've been buying. But other than that, just doing the same old, showing off what I watch every night on Instagram. So I'm doing like a little March Madness right now. Like doesn't have to be specifically just people that are off the rocker right now. So I'm enjoying watching a lot of those movies. So yep, that's what I got going on right now.
You got Gus saying I'm jealous of Jim, but it's supposed to be Tim. Mel says Tim is the man. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, Tim is a tech wizard. He is.
Oh God, he's so sweet. Yeah, Kira kept saying, "Ask Tim this."
Ask Tim this. Yep, that was me.
Oh my God, yeah, he was so funny and doing it through Messenger, because I was like, Tim, the StreamYard is doing this. This is supposed to do that. He said, I've never heard of that before.
And Tim's such a good guy. Like I'll message him for help with something. He'll get back to me the next day and he'll be like, sorry it took so long. And I'm like, dude, you're doing me a favor and you're apologizing. Like, seriously. So, yeah, he's a good guy. And this guy, talk about production value and knows what he's doing on YouTube. We got Cody over here.
Thank you. I'm a month deep in, so I appreciate that. So, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's Dude Who Loves Movies. no spaces, and same with my Instagram, dude who loves movies, no spaces. And I just dropped a Scream spoiler free review on Saturday, so go check that out. People seem to enjoy it. And I just got my package in for In Search of Darkness 3, so I might do an unboxing of that and maybe watch the movie or watch the documentary and then do a review on it, but I'm not sure. And I also have a stream coming up, remembering Paul Walker, that I'll be a part of.
Yeah.
And Bob and I talk late into the night as well, so sorry guys.
Yeah, it's because I don't.
Yeah, I didn't want to make Gus jealous, but yeah.
Well, it's crazy. It'll be like 4 a.m. my time, and Bob's been sending me voice messages. I was like, dang.
Yeah,
Man,
He's a vampire. He's turning into a vampire. He
I
is.
just don't sleep
It's around. I mean, Tim and then Cody. I mean, come
Gets
on.
around.
Bob, seriously.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was that many people you were voice chatting at all hours of the night.
You can only have
Bob.
one, okay?
I guess
Now
all
you
those
know.
talks.
Now you know
all
why
those
it
talks
takes a minute
about-
for him to respond to you. He's cheating on you.
All those talks about reindeer games. 2 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. reindeer games. I'm like, Cody, do you want to watch reindeer games? It's 3 a.m. on a Wednesday.
And I'm like, sure.
Whoever watches reindeer games at 3 a.m. with him will be his favorite, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I text Cody late at night.
Yeah.
Yana, what you got for us? Anything coming up on Instagram? Are you going to be starting a channel or anything like that?
Not really. I am Tiana Loves Movies, just in case no one knows. I have an Instagram, and if you want to see what I watch every night, check me out on Instagram.
I'm just laughing right now at these guys over here. We got Holland, Bob, get more phones for each side piece.
Side pieces. I know. Got a couple side pieces, Bob.
No, so we're finding out Bob is an Instagram hoe.
Yeah, I know. He's sliding into the DMs. He got multiple DMs going on.
How many side chicks you got, Bob? Bob gets around. Jeez. Somebody's going to pop into the chat and be like, man, this guy's a whore. Oh, jeez. Fun stuff.
I think it's a knife. It's your knife that you use.
A machete?
Your machete.
Dude, I'll come into a stream and Gus is talking about Bob's equipment. And I'm like, Bob, what? Oh, jeez. Gus, good times. But yeah, tomorrow I got the stream for Tim.
I'll show you that video.
I can't wait for that. Like you guys were talking about with Tim, such a good guy. Ken's gonna be on later in April. I got Mel coming up in a couple weeks. Can't wait for that. Fish, you're gonna be on in April as well, and I look forward to getting all of you guys on there as well. It just takes time because you can only have one person, and I do it like every 2 weeks. So there's like over 100 people I'd love to have on there, so it'll take time.
You scared me with that trivia, though, Bob.
I know Mel was like, after what you did to Tony, I don't know if I want to come on there.
Yeah. Poor Tony. We were supposed to be celebrating him, and we just bullied him off of YouTube.
That's what I was like. Is it turned into a roast? What's going on here?
Yeah. No, but it came back because he did Color Purple. Once you got me and Tony in that Color Purple, once he got to Color Purple, he was smoking. Yeah.
Mel said that's what I said.
Oh, see, yeah, Mel. That's why I said I'm scared of the trivia.
Yeah, so it'll be a good time, but I can't wait for that. So make sure to tune in tomorrow night. And then, like I said, and like they said, their channels should be all in the description. I think I linked up channels and Instagram. Sometimes I don't do that. So make sure if you're not already, there's 22 people still in here. Go follow, go subscribe on YouTube, watch their videos, stuff like that. And yeah, I know that Dude Who Loves Movies and Fish got channels. Mika, you just started one. So make sure to go check them out on YouTube. And until next time, 2 weeks from now or like a week from now, we're going to be doing Paul Walker. So, and then we got a couple other ones. We're going to do Chadwick Boseman and Anton Yelchin is another one. So we got some coming up. Robin Williams, of course. So yeah, we got Ken saying change the name from Hall of Fame to Bob's Roast of. I'll have to start a new series for that. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in tonight, and we'll see everybody next time. Have a good one.
Thank you.